This tutorial will show you how to enable the media server on the Seagate Business Storage NAS and stream music to the iTunes application. There are 3 steps to enabling the media server and configuring iTunes. First, enable the media server for the Seagate Business Storage device. Second, enable the media service for the folder that contains the music you want to stream. And third, select the Seagate Business Storage device as the iTunes media server. The first step is to enable the media server for the Seagate Business Storage device. To begin, launch the Seagate dashboard and log in as an administrator. After the dashboard launches, click on the Media menu item. When the Media section expands, click on Media Service. Once the Media Service page displays, click in the Enable Media Server checkbox. After you enable the media server, you may set the time interval that iTunes will check for new music by making a selection from the drop-down menu. Click the drop-down menu's arrow button to view the selections. Then click on a time interval to select it. After you have enabled the media server and selected a time interval, click the Save button. The next step is to enable the media service for the folder that contains your music files. To continue, click on the Storage menu item. When the menu expands, click on Shared Folders. Next, select the Edit icon for the folder that contains your music files. When the page expands, scroll to the lower section of the page and put a check in the Media Service checkbox to enable the service for the shared folder. Then click on the Save button to save your changes. A green circle with a white check mark appears in the MS column of the folder for which you enabled the media service. This indicates that the service has been successfully enabled. These steps are all that are necessary to enable the media server service on your Seagate Business Storage NAS. The third and final step is to select the Seagate Business Storage device as the media server for iTunes. To complete this step, first launch the iTunes application. If you are using a Mac, use the drop-down list on the upper left side of the screen to select the Seagate Business Storage device. If you are using a PC, select the Seagate Business Storage device from the left side menu bar. The first time you use iTunes to access the music files on your Business Storage NAS, iTunes will need to index the files. The indexing process can take a while to complete depending on the number of songs and the file sizes. Once indexing has been completed, you will see all the music files you have loaded to your Seagate Business Storage NAS shared folder in the iTunes list box. These are all the steps required to enable the media server on your Seagate Business Storage and configure iTunes to stream music from your NAS device. For more information on the product and its features, please view the rest of the Seagate Business Storage NAS tutorials.